Step 5 is to check our answers. So 3t plus 100 equals negative 20. So let's solve for t here. We're going to subtract 100 on both sides of the equation. So minus 100 on the left side, minus 100 on the right side. Now we've isolated 3t on the left side, and we have negative 120 on the right side. Let's divide by 3 to isolate the t completely. Now we're left with t equals negative 40, because negative 120 divided by 3 gives us negative 40. Now step 5 is basically inputting negative 40 into the original equation. Alright, so let's clean this up. For our next example, it's going to be longer, okay? And we're going to try to go through step 1 through step 5 here. Let's clean this up here, right? So for the next step, we have 3 times t, which is negative 40, plus 100 equals negative 20. 3 times negative 40, well, that gives us negative 120. And then we're going to add 100, and that gives us negative 20. So everything equals out here. All right. Statement is true. Moving on to our next example here, we're going to use fractions. All right. Because our main concentration for 15 and 14 was division, was fractions. So let's start off with negative 6 over 14 plus x over 14 equals 18 over 7. Find the LCD, which is 14, and multiply all the fractions by 14. So negative 6 over 14 times 14 over 1 plus x over 14 times 14 over 1. Then put the equal sign, and now we have 18 over 7 times 14 over 1. Let's start from left to right once again here. So 14 and 14, but they're going to cross out, and that leaves us with negative 6 over 1 plus, well, these two 14s are also going to cross out, 1. Let's not forget to add the 1s here. And 7 goes into 14 twice. So this 14 here on the right side of the equation is going to scratch off to a 2. And the 7 is going to scratch off to a 1. So now what we're left with here is negative 6 over 1 plus x over 1 equals 18 times 2 over 1. All right, let's clean this up here. So negative 6 over 1, well, that's just negative 6, plus x over 1, well, that's just x, equals 18 times 2, well, that's going to give us 36 over 1, and 36 over 1 is simply 36. So now let's add 36 on both sides of the equation here, isolating the x, and we have x equals 42. Let's clean this up here a little bit and approach step 5 by inputting x into the original equation, and x equals 42. So let's place 42 in the original equation. Let's not forget this negative here. Okay, beginning here, so negative 6 over 14 plus 42 over 14 equals 18 over 7. So negative 6 plus 42 over 14 equals 18 over 7. Negative 6 plus 42. Well, that's going to give us 36 over 14. And 36 over 14 divided by 2 will give us 18 over 7. Once you solve for 36 over 14's lowest term, divide by 2, simplification there, lowest term.